If you're an avid video game player in the Iowa City area, then you're in luck. Iowa City just opened its very first internet video game cafe. DITV News reporter Susanna Kloster has more on the story here.
Downtown Iowa City now has a reason to attract more video game players. Blake Knights Esports Video Game Cafe opened its doors in June. This is the first video game cafe for Iowa City, and Blake says he's hoping to bring in more gamers.
PC Game Lounge is very popular in Asia, but I don't think it's popular in America. So I want to bring this business to this city.
Esports Iowa City allows for gamers to play online video games for a lower cost than buying them with their own money.
Right now it's $5 per hour. If customer play more than 4 hours, it's gonna be $4 per hour, and then it's monthly subscription. It's $100, and the customer can have free 2 hours every day in 1 month.
With internet gaming tournaments on the rise in America, Esports Iowa City will hopefully become a hub for the gaming community in Iowa. Reporting from downtown Iowa City, I'm Susanna Kloster, DITV News.
And Esports Iowa City is located at 123 East Washington Street, right across the street from Jimmy John's.
The University of Iowa and the Iowa City Community School District have partnered up in an effort to bridge inequity gaps within the district. They've recently been given a federal grant for almost $400,000 to fund hiring a full-time research staff for the topic. In an email to the Daily Iowan, Tessa Huron, program manager at the new partnership, said, "This program has created a platform to identify differing students and implement strategies to support all students equitably, while being conscious of the impact of race, gender identity, language, religious identity, or family's economic circumstances on students' experiences in school." For more information, you can check out Andy Mitchell's story in the Daily Iowan for more.
Officials say one person is injured after the Hawkeye Express collided with the car in Palo.
The collision happened at the intersection of Highway 94 and Vinton Street last night. The extent of injuries is not known at this time. The Hawkeye Express is the train that drops fans off right at the gates of Kinnick Stadium. Well, Anthony, I'm hoping the Hawkeye Express is going to be back up and running by this weekend's game.
Yeah, we know a lot of folks take that Hawkeye Express to the games that day, and they rely on it, so we're hoping it gets up and working. And then we have that first game coming up, so we got to make sure everything's ready to go.
I, for one, am pretty excited. Let's toss over to the sports studio with more on that first game.
Thanks, guys. I hope you are just as excited for DITV Sports segments to premiere as the first weekend of Hawkeye football starts. But yesterday, DITV Sports premiered their first weekly segment of installments this year.
Here's a quick look at the top 10 plays of the week with our very own Will Silverstein.
Alphonso Davies was recently sold to Bayern Munich for a record $22 million. I wonder why. Oh, maybe this fake out of Michael Boxall on the quick shimmy shake for a goal will tell you why. $22 million for an 18-year-old kid. But he's going to do big things at FC Bayern Munich. This goal for his last time with Vancouver Whitecaps. He'll be off on his way to the Deutschland. Play number 9, Bastian Schweinsteiger, who was on the World Cup winning team in 2014 in Brazil. He's old, but you know, he's still good. And that's why he plays in the MLS and not at the World Cup. How about this goal? Bang. Ties up the game against Real Salt Lake. Couple guys on his back, he just fires away. The former Bayern man making it big in Chicago. But most things in Chicago, they're not making the playoffs this year, unfortunately. Just too bad. It's really too bad for Chicago. It's not like we have anyone on the crew from Chicago. He's still pretty good. Orlando City, again on the blunt side of this one, because they're gonna drop another game. They're at 2-2. Zlatan Ibrahimovic beat him at 4-3. Check out Wayne Rooney chase down the forward for Orlando City with a huge slide tackle, and he's gonna go all the way back and send in a cross from right around mid-pitch to Luciano Acosta, who puts it in the back of the net. DC United win in the 6th minute of stoppage time, 3-2. Incredible play.
For the full version of Top 10 Plays of the Week and for more of Around the Big Ten with Lucy Rodine, visit the Daily Iowan YouTube page or go to daily-iowan.com.
Well, Natalie, I hope you're just as excited as I am for Hawkeye football this weekend, because we're just 4 days away from it.
Yeah, Alexis, I'm counting down the minutes. With more on what to expect this weekend, we have Daily Iowan pregame editor Adam Hensley standing by in the newsroom. Adam, thank you so much for being here. And just to get started, what are your thoughts about the depth chart that was just released yesterday?
Yeah, so on Monday, when the depth chart came out, my eyes immediately went to the linebacker position. Amani Jones and Nick Neiman were pretty much locks to start the year at 2 out of the 3 starting spots. However, that weak side position at linebacker was essentially up for grabs. Defensive coordinator Phil Parker has listed plenty of guys this offseason who he thinks could step up, but in the end, it's Christian Welch getting that starting job, and I'm very curious to see if this is the same Hawkeye starting 3 that we're going to see all season long, or if Parker decides to switch things up at any point this season.
Okay, well, Adam, what is your biggest question you have going into the first game then?
My question, I guess, would be referring to the offensive linemen who are stepping up for the 2 Hawkeyes who are suspended. Alaric Jackson and Tristan Wirfs, they're out. So Mark Kallenberger is getting the start at left tackle, and Dalton Ferguson is getting the start at right tackle. Kallenberger's never played a down for Hawkeye football before. He's a redshirt freshman, while Ferguson he's also been hurt for most of his Hawkeye career. Taking all this into consideration, Northern Illinois has one of the best defensive linemen in the country in Sutton Smith, who finished last season with 30 tackles for a loss, including 14 sacks. So I'm very curious to see how this offensive line shapes up in the pass protection and the run game on Saturday.
Well, Adam, thank you so much for joining us.
Once again, that was Adam Hensley, Daily Iowan pregame editor, live in the newsroom.
But that's it from us in the sports studio today. Tune in tomorrow for more from Iowa football's first media availability of the season.
And a special look at the new end zone at Kinnick. Guides the desk, back to you.
Get ready to spice up your life. Those who are fans of the ever-popular girl group, the Spice Girls, can expect to see a reunion next year.
Rumors have it that the girls will perform about 13 shows around the UK. The only catch is it sounds like Victoria Beckham will not be joining in on the reunion.
All right, Anthony, so I gotta know, who is your favorite Spice Girl?
I mean, you got Baby Spice, Posh Spice, but I think my favorite is Scary Spice.
That's all we have for you on This Morning on DITV News.
Be sure to head over to daily-iowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday.
And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out our print edition of the news on Stands Now.
For DITV News, I'm Anthony Caligiuri.
And I'm Becca Scadden. Have a great day, Iowa City.